Welcome, guys, back to my channel. It's another one. Today, we're going to be talking about why do ladies prefer to be side chicks than to be married in a polygamous relationship. I've just been thinking about that lately because it makes sense. It's African culture, to con a polygamous marriages, it's quite legal in our country. It's quite a normal thing. So mbona mademu wengi hawataki kuolewa to be a second wife, third wife, because you'll be recognized in case of anything happens or you are like, we've been having easy problems and the guy dies, distribution ya mali, unajua, inakuwa na mushki kidogo. Lakini sasa if you are publicly known as the second or third wife, kuna hizo benefits bila shida zozote, unaelewa? So, why do most women wanna prefer kuwa side chicks? Huh? Why don't you tell the guy akwambie, marry me, be a second wife or a third wife, In my opinion, I don't think it's a bad thing because that ukiangalia, the ratio is bad as it is. Huh? It's 1 to what? 1 to 6, some 1 to 7 women, men to women. Huh? There are so many benefits of being in a polygamous marriage as compared to being a side chick. Because being a side chick is temporary, number one, you know. So, are you going to waste all your years, your youthful years, zenye ungeolewa, alafu ujipate like you're in your 30s, probably with a kid, as from being in that, side chick relationship, alafu it becomes a challenge getting married, So why don't you just say, you know what, yeah, I don't mind being a second wife or a third wife. I don't know where this stigma is coming from, because it's been our African culture for ages. We've gotten westernized right now. Hata kwa Biblia, there's a lot of like polygamous marriage in there, and hakuna mali imekataliwa, So there's no place where polygamous marriage has been banned in the Bible. Hakuna. It's just people coming up with their own theories, but I've not seen any phrase that says marry only one wife. It just says be faithful to your wife, which can be wives in our opinion. So, yeah, I'm just thinking, like what, yeah? There are so many benefits in being in a polygamous marriage compared to being a side chick, Nowadays, what is trending squeezy is being a side chick, which doesn't really make sense because side chick is a temporary thing, it won't last, yeah, and you end up harboring hatred from the guy's family, the guy's wife, kuna hiyo beef, you don't know where you stand, you could get threats from the wife, from the wife's family, so it's just better kuiannounce tu ifanye, you know what, yeah, hii kitu ikwe publicly known, so I'm this guy's second wife, even Ivy. And you don't let the guy string you along. Don't let the guy promise you things that, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna do this and this. Wakati ukizubaa, time yako inaenda. And like for ladies, mko na time clock. As much as tunaweza hatutaki kuadmit, women you have like a time limit, There's a time limit for you to get married, to be potentially married. Because in our African setting, many people want kids, yeah, unless you don't want children. But that's just an extreme rare case. Most women want children. And if you want children and you don't want to have complications, it's better to have them early, when like early 30s or less than 30s. But once you're past like 35, it's gonna be a challenge. So why would you waste your time with being a side chick, is beyond me. It's just illogical at this point. So that's why it's better, I suggest, even for women, just to have their families advise them when it comes to matters of relationships. Because I think women do not have the capacity to be logical when it comes to relationships. So they better have their families, their brothers, have consultations with your brothers or your uncles and your dad or your mom. Don't do this relationship thing alone, because you might be all up in your feelings and the guy is taking advantage of you. So like you just tell the guy, you know what, yeah, come on, if you're not going to make me a second wife or a third wife, yeah, then I think it's better just we part ways. What do you? It's much beneficial for you to be a second wife or a third wife than being a side chick. I'm telling you, it's way beneficial for you. So yeah, ladies, you guys just think about it. I don't know where this stigmatization came from being in a polygamous marriage. As long as the guy can support you and his other wives, I don't think it should be a big deal. It's definitely within the law. But why prefer to be in an uncertain side chick relationship? It blows my mind. So yeah, Mazel ladies, you have to style up and just consider this alternative.